Try to imagine a Christmas all alone. That's where I'll be when you left me. My tears will melt the snow. What will I do without you? I have no place left to go. It'll be lonely this Christmas without you to hold. How's it going, everybody? I'm back at you here again with another watch-related topic. Guinness in the can, you already know how it is. Today I'm going to be discussing vintage solid gold watches. Okay, but this can actually pertain to all solid gold watches. What is my opinion on solid gold watches and how you can break some of those barriers that a lot of people set for solid gold watches, okay? Now with solid gold watches, especially the vintage ones, this is, let me show you guys this off of the wrist. This is a solid 14 karat gold Omega caliber 420, reference 2650, I believe. Look at that beauty. See that? Solid gold. It has a signed Omega 14 karat gold case back on the inside, and on one of these lugs, when you take this case back off, it's stamped as being solid 14 karat gold, and it has a solid 14 karat gold lugs. Some of these other solid gold pieces, they can be solid gold, but they have kind of hollow gold lugs, and that's kind of bad. But hey, what do you think about this? Right? What do you think about this? An Omega, a solid gold Omega. To me, that's true luxury. Guess how much I paid for it? $450. $450 for a solid gold piece. Now, luxury watches back in the day were usually gold, whether rose gold or white gold or yellow gold. Solid gold watches were the main luxury hit, okay? Usually doctors, lawyers, really, really rich people, or even if you worked like for a factory for like 30 or 40 years, they finally gave you a solid gold watch. But in most cases, it even wasn't solid gold. It was gold plated, or gold filled, or gold capped, or gold rolled, okay? So this is why you find a lot of vintage watches that are either gold plated, gold filled, so forth and so on, basically makeshift gold pieces, because gold watches were the ultimate luxury symbol, solid gold. So all these other brands, even Omega, a lot of brands, Longines, they made gold plated or gold filled pieces to appear more luxurious and more wealthy, when in reality it was kind of a knockoff, okay? Kind of a knockoff. But a solid gold piece like this, it was massive money back in the day, okay? Even gold plated pieces or gold filled pieces were pretty expensive, okay? So the funny thing for me is you can get a solid gold piece ranging from around, you could probably get it for like $300 to like $800 or even $1,000 for a solid gold watch. Whereas, what do you think I paid for some of my gold plated watches? There's some gold plated watches that I paid more for, like, let me try to think. Yeah, my gold plated Longines, I almost paid as much as this watch. My gold plated Omega, the 1020, I paid like $200, but then you add in the servicing, and I had like a little replating done on it. So yeah, in the end, those, you know, plated and filled or whatever watches ended up costing me more than a solid gold piece. A solid gold piece, okay? That's ridiculous. To me, that's ridiculous. I don't know why people don't like solid gold watches for everyday wear. Like, a lot of people say, oh, solid gold watches were only like if you went to a wedding or, you know, some sort of birthday party or, you know, some sort of promotion in your job or something. You wore it mainly for special occasions. But I don't see why you can't wear, you know, a solid gold piece daily wear, even casually. Also, a lot of people say that solid gold pieces, oh, they're fancy. You can't wear them with a t-shirt and jeans. It looks stupid or whatever. Hey, who gives a damn, okay? It's solid gold. It's solid gold. Do you think I give a shit if I wear my solid gold chain, 14 karat gold chain? Do you think I give a damn when I'm wearing a t-shirt, whatever, whatever? Gold is gold at the end of the day, you know. Gold is gold at the end of the day. And I don't see why you can't wear a solid gold piece casually as an everyday watch. I just don't see the stigma behind it, you know. Now, a lot of people will argue that solid gold is not very durable, and especially vintage watches, they're a lot less waterproof than modern day watches, especially if it's a, you know, a snap down case back with no, this has, from my understanding, when I opened it, this has no sort of rubber seals or anything. So it's just tightly snapped on, and that's it. But honestly speaking, you know, I wouldn't submerge this in water or, you know, pour water all over it while I'm washing my hands. But being caught in a rainstorm or in a snowstorm or whatever, like, I really don't feel that that's really a major problem because it is sealed. It's sealed tightly. It's not the perfect seal. Like I said, I wouldn't go swimming. I wouldn't take a shower with it or whatever. But it's sealed enough to protect it from, you know, various minor, you know, wet conditions and so forth and so on. So, you know, I don't understand it. Like, why do people pay... Well, I'm guilty of this too. $2,000, $3,000 for vintage pieces or even supposed luxury pieces in stainless steel if you can get actual solid gold. Okay, so even if the watch doesn't maintain its value, you can still sell it for gold, which will be like this watch, let me think, 14 karat gold. I don't know how many grams. I'm thinking this would go for like $100, $150, give or take, based on scrap gold weight, okay? So you get something out of it, you know? And what about the people that have solid gold Rolexes? They're not going to wear that as a daily watch? Here's my theory. You buy a watch, you should fucking wear it, okay? And to me, it's a steal, okay? Solid gold pieces for around $400. There's even an 18 karat gold, I think rose gold, watch, Gégé Lecoultre, that I'm watching on eBay. $600 for an 18 karat solid gold Lecoultre watch, okay? This isn't Omega, okay? These aren't, you know, shitty brands here. These are prestigious, luxurious brands. Longines made solid gold watches. Hamilton made solid gold watches a while ago, you know, 1940s, 1950s. So, true luxury status were solid gold pieces back in the day. This is where all the gold-plated, gold-filled, and all that stuff came to be, you know. The luxury watch manufacturers decided, like, oh, okay, people can't really afford the solid gold pieces, then we'll kind of make something that looks like gold but really isn't gold for a little bit cheaper. But nowadays, unless you really like a watch, you really like the look of it, you really like the general feeling of the watch, then okay, I understand why you would get gold plated or gold filled or whatever. But there's really no excuse when there's solid gold options for such low costs. Okay. This is a manual wind, by the way. Manual wind 420 caliber. I forgot to mention it. So guys, come on. If you're a collector, if you're into watches and stuff like that, like, to me, I want to get more solid gold watches, okay? Because I like the look of it. I like the feel of it. It is definitely a little bit heavier than some stainless steel pieces. Like if this was stainless steel in the same size and everything, same watch basically in stainless steel, I feel that it would be a little bit lighter, okay? But this is definitely, you feel that weight of the gold on it, you know, so even though gold isn't like super duper heavy in theory, but you feel like you truly have luxury on the wrist, so I don't see the problem. I really don't see a problem. You know, we buy watches to enjoy them, not to just buy them and put them in a box, you know what I'm saying? Like, doesn't make sense to me. Now, you know, there's the fragility, yes, the scratches and all that stuff or whatever, but that just adds character to the watch. Like, these watches are really old. I've seen some super old gold, solid gold watches, and some that may have even been worn on a daily basis that don't look too bad. Yeah, they have some scratches. You know, it doesn't look super duper fantastic, but it's still solid gold. That's the whole point. It's still solid gold. So I'm excited. A manual wine Omega in solid gold. It makes me kind of regret buying some of the gold plated pieces, and in general even buying vintage stainless steel. Like I said, why would I buy vintage stainless steel, or you know, or even modern day pieces? It's like, why would I buy, you know, a $5,000 or $10,000 Rolex in stainless steel? You know, it doesn't make any sense when you could get like 10 vintage watches in 18 karat gold, solid gold, you know. The only watch I'd consider buying for such a high price tag, for around $10,000 and on, would probably be a Alangonzuna, the entry model. I forgot what it's called. Saxonia, I think it is. The Saxonia in solid gold, yellow gold. They have white gold too, I think, but I like yellow gold better. And Patek Philippe in yellow gold. For those price tags, that's what I would consider. You know, Alangonzona, handmade, nicely finished pieces for 10 grand. Patek Philippe, I don't know if you could find a Patek Philippe for 10 grand, but if you can, hey, that's a lot better of a deal to me than a Rolex for the same money, you know. Rolex, like I said, you just get the name. With these watches, some of these luxury watches, you get the value, you get a nice movement. You know, this has an in-house Omega movement in it. You get solid gold. Like, what else? You know, what else for such cheap money? You get the name and everything. So that's my little rant on that. And some people say, oh, gold pieces are tacky. Oh, they're so terrible. They're so terrible. You know, come on, man. In the sunlight, this shines brightly. Like, come on, tacky. Especially you have more gold jewelry. You know, you have more gold jewelry, a ring or whatever. You're, you know, you're high baller status at that point. So I don't consider solid gold pieces tacky at all. Or any gold tone pieces tacky at all, for that matter. I actually like them more than stainless steel. So that's about it, people. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you're in the market for vintage watches, hey, take a look at solid gold pieces. If you have solid gold pieces in your collection and you are afraid of wearing them, like I was when I bought this watch, I'm like, I don't know if I should wear it or not, blah, 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 blah. I say wear it. You know, you buy it to wear it and enjoy it. You're not going to enjoy it when it's sitting in your watch box. You know, you'll enjoy looking at it, but you won't enjoy it for what it truly is, a watch meant to be on the wrist, you know. Unless you got a job, you know, manual labor job, like construction, or you do a lot of, you know, heavy lifting or anything rough with your hands or whatever, then okay, solid gold may be a little bit tricky. But even then, like if you're not afraid of scratches, if like you're not obsessed by the point that, oh, it's 14 karat gold and it could scratch and this and then, like who gives a damn? You know, like for this piece, $450, like, you know, I love it, I like it. I'll get pissed off when it gets scratched, sure, but at the end of the day, it's not, you know, it's not a big deal. It can be polished out. It can be actually refinished in gold. You know, it doesn't have to be replated like plated gold pieces. It could actually be refinished professionally by some people that are well versed in actually using gold and actually applying gold to vintage pieces, you know. So you can use 14 karat gold, kind of melt down, and then kind of redo the case somehow. You know, I think they even do it by laser or something nowadays. Like, there's so much technology that, you know, I wouldn't even worry. See you guys in the next one. I got some more reviews coming up, and some more topics to talk about. Take it easy.